Let's talk about um, making less more, because there's this thing called the paradox of choice. And often in business, when we are trying to increase business, attract more customers, more clients, we feel the only way to do that is to actually give them more options, give them more choices, build a menu. And we see this in so many different businesses. Like, as I said, I mainly work with wellness professionals, massage therapists, that sort of stuff. But this is once again across the board, is that you're out there in a very busy marketplace. You're trying to find or attract new people to your business, and so in doing so, you start to give them all these different choices, because they, well, if you don't want this, maybe they want this, and maybe they want this, and maybe they want this, and they might come for this, they might come for that. And you spend a lot of time, a lot of energy building up this list. And yes, this may, that one service may be attracted to 2% of the market, and this one service here might be attracted to 1%. So you end up getting this sort of very, very broad spread that, yes, some people may be interested in, but you're not really getting a lot of traction. I remember ClickFunnels. Like, I'm not really an active member on ClickFunnels anymore. I've moved platforms, but I noticed that ClickFunnels. One of the reasons why I moved platforms is that ClickFunnels actually started to take away a lot of functionality, and but they didn't take away the price tag. So they offered less and still charged the same. But the point is, they had that same thing, that they were getting so tied up bringing in all these new features and all these new functions and all these new bells and whistles. And then one day, when they actually went through the statistics of who was using what, they found that only a very, very small percent of people were actually using all these features, but these features were costing a lot to develop and maintain and support. So it had this sort of negative effect. So even though on the surface it looked like it was actually good for the business, it was actually hurting the business. They were spreading themselves too thin. So they actually wound it back, came back to the basics, and that's what they concentrate on now. Once again, I'm not advocating ClickFunnels. I think there's far better platforms. I think ClickFunnels is overpriced. That's my opinion. Anyway, but that was the case there. And there was another situation. There's actually a book called The Paradox of Choice, and I'm not suggesting you should read it, but there are some very interesting statistics in there. And there's this one situation where they were sampling jam in a supermarket, and the first week they had something like over 30 different flavors of jam, and all these people were stopping and tasting the jam and that sort of stuff. And then the next week, they only had 6 flavors of jam. And once again, people were stopping and tasting. And they found like a 30% uptake in people who actually made a choice and bought some jam. When there were over 30 choices, people could not make a decision. Right? It was just too mind-boggling. There were too many choices, and so they weren't selling that much jam. But when they only had 6 choices, like 6 jams to choose from, they were 30% more likely to actually put their hand in the pocket and choose something and take action. That's a big lesson. That's a big lesson. It's the same for what I do, and I think there's a bit of a lag between my iPhone and my computer, which is a bit weird. Anyway, we will try these things. If it doesn't work, I'll just go back to my FaceTime camera next time. Anyway, so for what I do, with my coaching and consulting and my search engine optimization and all the sort of business services that I provide, if I listed out every single service that I provide, you would have no idea what I did, and secondly, you'd have no idea how they could actually help your business. So for me to sort of package up what I do, I've got to cut away all that clutter. I've got to cut away all that choice and say, I help your business get seen. I help you craft your message to market and get that message seen. That's what I do. To do that, I do 101 different things, right? And it depends on you, depends on your location, depends on your industry, depends on your market, depends on your competition, right? So I've got all these tools in my toolkit that you necessarily aren't concerned with or bothered with or interested in, right? So I'm not going to go out there and advertise all those different steps and things that I do. I'm just going to advertise the benefit, the end result to you. And that's what you've got to look at when you are out there marketing your business and putting stuff out there in front of your audience, in front of your market. Don't confuse them. When I was in private practice, and people would come to me and they'd have a little pamphlet dropped into their letterbox, and they go, "Tim, what is myofascial release, and what is this? What is this?" So basically, they were getting these pamphlets from massage therapists, and the massage therapists were listing the techniques that they were using, which meant absolutely nothing to the general public. The general public that has no idea what myofascial release is, mobilization, all those terms and techniques, pin and stretch. They have no idea. It means nothing to them because it does nothing but confuse them. So instead of listing a whole bunch of techniques, what you should be doing is you should be saying in one very concise, succinct sentence how you actually help them. What is the result? What is the outcome? What is the benefit to them? They don't care what you use to get there. At the end of the day, you've got to understand is that people don't really care about you or your business. They only care about themselves, and they want to know what's in it for them. What's the benefit to them? What's the value? And in today's busy world, you've got to get that across very, very quickly. Okay. So once again, if you're watching live, please put in hashtag live, watching the replay, hashtag replay. If you've got any questions, please enter them in. And even if you're watching on the replay, please enter them in and I will answer them. And of course, please get in there and spread that love around. Okay. There's nothing wrong with spreading the love around. Okay. As long as you're wearing a mask and gloves these days with COVID. And of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can hit the thumbs up button and the subscribe. And of course, make sure you hit the little bell and you'll be notified when I post up a new video. The other thing, so that's it. So there's nothing wrong with you going out and expanding your skill set and expanding your toolbox and having all these skills and techniques and everything at your disposal. There is absolutely nothing wrong with it, and I actually encourage you to do it. But what I am saying to you is don't go out and advertise all those skills and tools to the general public because it means nothing to them, right? All they want to know is they've got a problem, can you fix it? How much it's going to be, right? If you make them think too hard, then just like a confused mind does nothing. And the brain consumes calories to work. And the body is programmed to conserve calories. The body is programmed to conserve energy. So if you're making the brain work too hard, the body's just going to switch into protection mode and just go, nah, too hard, don't want to think too much, going to burn too many calories, next. Okay? You've got to really take the choice out of it and get to the message, if you know what I mean. Okay, so that's what we call the paradox of choice. And the thing is too, just quickly before I go, when you're doing your market research, and I'll probably do another video totally on this, you want to do your competitive analysis. You want to see what your competitors are doing. And some people say, go out and look what other people are doing and then do the same. And that's not even sort of half right. You want to look at what the structures of other businesses that are successful. So firstly, you've got to work out what this particular competitor is doing, whether it is actually successful for them. And then secondly, you don't want to copy their message. And this is where people get it wrong, right? People start to copy the marketing. People copy, they do their flyers the same way and they put the same sort of information on, that sort of stuff. And I think that's what it's all about. And that's far from what you want to do. When you're looking at your competitors, you're looking at it for your point of difference. You're looking at what your competitors are doing, what's working, what's not, and what you can and where you can find your point of difference, so that when you do put your message to market, you are different. You stand out. Your message resonates and that sort of stuff. So it's not a matter of looking at other people out there in the same industry, copying what they're doing, modeling what they're doing. You are modeling maybe their business. You're modeling at a deeper level. On the surface level, what's going out to market has to be unique. Otherwise, you're just commoditizing yourself. Otherwise, you're just blending in. and you're getting nowhere. I think that's another big mistake that people are making. But I said I'll probably end up doing a live just on that subject alone, because that's a big subject about competitive research, because you should do that because there's so many benefits and there's so many ways that you can use that in your business to really stand apart and build a following. Okay, so once again, that's it for the day. So once again, if you're watching this on the replay, please put a hashtag replay. Please feel free to put the questions in, and I will get onto them. I will answer you, and please spread the love. And once again, if you're catching this on YouTube, please hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, and the little bell, and we will notify you when we post up a new video. Okay, that's it. Enjoy your weekend. Didn't mean to do that again. Enjoy your weekend. Take care. It's actually quite mild. I'm about to head out for a walk now. I'm about to go out and do my exercise. But until tomorrow, take care. And also, before I go, if there's something that you specifically want me to talk about, right? If there's a subject, if there is an area of your business that you're struggling with, please reach out to me either in the comments or message me or email me, and I'll do a video, right? It's as easy as that. I'm here to help you. I'm here. I said, like, the first half of this year, or maybe even the first 3 quarters of this year, are basically a write-off now. But let's work together to get things in place that we can actually close out 2020 with a bit of momentum moving into 2021, where we can have positivity, success, and growth. And I'll see you tomorrow.